morning. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to my channel. My name is Jennifer Diamond, and I'm a certified plant-based nutrition coach living a whole food, plant-exclusive, SOFAs-free, gluten-free lifestyle for health and well-being, and it literally gave me my life back, and it can help you with yours too. Today, I thought I would bring you along while I make a spooky chia pudding. Spooky chia pudding cups are all the rave. Haven't you heard that? Well, in my house they are, and I wanted to share them with you. And so what I have today here is just a simple way to make a nice fun treat. You could do it together with family, you could do it with friends, grandchildren, your roommate, it doesn't matter. You could even do it alone like I'm about to. The idea is that it's a fun treat that doesn't harm. So we're gonna start with a bowl, and I've got a couple of bananas here. You wanna make sure your bananas are spotted and brown a little bit. You know, a lot of times in the store, we hear that that means they're going bad, and then I like that the store does that because at our store, they discount the bananas, and all it tells me is that they're ripe and ready to go. When they have the spots on them, that just means that the natural sugars have come out, and it just gives it a really nice sweet flavor. And when you're eating the way that I do without any sugar, it's nice to make sure that the fruit that's going to provide the sweetness is really ripe. And so what I'm going to do is show you by taking the bottom of the banana and just kind of peel it open that you can remove the skin just like the monkeys do, so I hear. And then we're going to take these little pieces off, and we're just going to break them up in a bowl. And I'm using the 2 bananas. And these are medium size, you know, if you have little smaller ones, you might want to add a 3rd one, but whatever you like. Now, I like leaving a little bit of the banana to have kind of like a little bit of a mashed up chunkiness to them. We're going to mash them up, but if you want it really pureed, you could even consider using a hand mixer to really get them more blended after you mash them up a little bit. Now, I haven't tried that yet. That's just what I would recommend trying if you wanted to do that. Let me set this aside. Because I really like the thick texture, I'm gonna do it by hand and then leave it a little bit chunky. So here we have the bananas. I'm gonna go ahead and start by using a fork, but I really do like using this masher. If anyone has a masher like this, typically used for mashing potatoes, but we're gonna use it for mashing bananas. You could use both of them, which is what I'm gonna do. But I just wanted to show you that if you didn't have a masher, you can use a fork. And if you didn't have a fork, you could use a masher. Oh my goodness. So what I'm gonna do is just really give this a nice mash. Oh my goodness, I just am having too much fun with you. Thanks so much for hanging out. And if you haven't subscribed, well, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. The notification bell will notify you when I go live or post new videos. And please give this a thumbs up as it helps spread the word, and I appreciate it so much. If you've already subscribed, well, thank you so much. I really appreciate your subscription to my channel. And if you want to connect with me, you want to chat with me, well, go ahead, leave a comment, leave a question. Let's connect. So here we are, I'm just continuing. And so this is what I mean when I say chunky. This to me is chunky, and I'll show you what I mean, because there's little pieces of banana still, like you could see. You know, so that when I say chunky, that's what I mean. Now, if you want it really thin, this, you know, you can use the hand mixer like I talked about, but I think this is really great. What do you think? Let me know. Oh yeah, this is great. Okay, and so I'm just gonna make sure that we get all the goodies off of the masher here and set that aside. And then what I want to do is start adding a couple of ingredients to make a chia pudding. Now, chias are fantastic for us. They're great for gut health. They are high in omega-3 fatty acids and lower in omega-6s. We tend to, in the standard American diet, eat things that are the opposite, right? Higher in omega-6s and lower in 3s. But 3s are really important, and they also help with inflammation. They're anti-inflammatory, and I try to incorporate chia seeds or flax seeds every day. And so this is a great way to get your omegas in. So I'm going to go ahead and put my chia seeds in. I'm using the dark chia seeds for this. Here's my container. And so I'm just going to go ahead and dump that right in there. And then I am going to use a soy milk. Now, you can use any plant milk you want. Just check the ingredient level if you haven't made it yourself from scratch, and just make sure that it's okay what's in it for you. So for example, this one is purified water and organic soybeans. That's it. And so for a store-bought one, I feel like that's a pretty good way to go. Also, you can get almond milk or any other plant milk. And again, if you are going to do that, make sure it's unsweetened and check for levels of salt or any other additives. So I'm going to go ahead and add our plant milk right in there. And then the last ingredient is right here, and that is a vanilla bean powder. And I really love vanilla bean powder. It has a great flavor, and it's better, in my opinion, than any vanilla extract. And of course, it's the bean ground up versus the extract, which is a liquid, and it usually typically has an alcohol in it or some kind of other additive. And so if you can do the vanilla bean powder, go ahead and do it. And if you haven't tried it, try it. I'll link something in the description so that you could see what that looks like in case you're not familiar with it. And so then we're just going to add that in there. It looks like this was a little wet. And now we're just going to mix it up. Now you can use a wooden spoon, you can use a spatula, you can use anything you want, but we want to really take a few minutes to mix this up well. We want to make sure the chia seeds are very much wet, and mixed and incorporated well so that they can get that gelatinous kind of gel type feeling. Not feeling, but that's what's going to happen to them. They're going to become a gel, and versus, when we see them here. And then we'll know that it's ready. So what's so amazing about making this is you could do this ahead of time. Let's say I wanted to do this the night before. You could certainly do that, but you could also do it pretty much when you almost need it. You really only need about 10 to 15 minutes for it to really start to become gelled, and after that, you can certainly put it in the refrigerator, which we can do later after we plate it, and that will just allow for the flavors to kind of mix in really well. So just want to make sure, mix, 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 and I'm taking my time doing this because I really, really want to make sure that everything is incorporated. You can see, you don't really see any more of just the uncovered, right, chia seeds. It's nice and covered. And that's it. You have made the first part of this. And this is great because this is like a no-bake thing, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and set this aside for about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm going to clean up a little bit, and then we are going to plate this together. Whoa! So I'll be right back. And we're back. Yes, we were able to clean up and get some other things out. And the chia pudding, look at that. It's nice and gelled. It looks great. It's ready to go. So what I want to talk about next are fruit, because we're going to be using fruit to create these. And I have a bunch of berries here. I have blueberries. Looks like a little raspberry got on there. I have blueberries, raspberries and blackberries. You can use any berries you like strawberries, whatever. But I do want to share with you that when I do use berries, I like to make sure that I clean them, that I wash them when I'm ready to use them. And I just use a little something like this, and I put the berries in the bowl and give them a rinse. Now what happens, why do I do that, is because if I wash these ahead of time and I put them moist in the refrigerator, they tend to mold and go bad quicker. So I just wash them as I go. So let me give these a quick rinse and we'll be ready. Now I do like to sometimes give them a pat dry with a clean towel, just in case I'm going to use them right away in something that I don't want to have any bits of water. So the next thing we're going to do is I just want to show you some ideas for ways that you can make these. I have these little ramekin cups. They're really fun. You can use some of these. I have Pyrex cups that are nice because sometimes you have the lids in case you're going to be putting them in the refrigerator or carrying them somewhere. And then even a little bit larger of a bowl sometimes might be nice for somebody to share, you know. So whatever container you want to use will work. And you can make this in a big one like this as well. The idea is that we want to give it a little bit of layer with fruit, and then we want to finish it up with some kind of spooky or fun Halloween design made of fruit. So you could even put this in some type of you know, glass or goblet or something like that. It's just that they're usually small on top, and I wanted to have some kind of bigger spot where I can make some type of face or design if you're not able to do that. So the first thing I want to do is also show you, before I actually get started, I also want to show you that I have some other fruits here. And, you know, so we've got the berries, but I also have a kiwi, I have an orange, a pear, an apple, and I have a grapefruit. And I think instead of the grapefruit, I might just focus on the orange. But in other words, you can use whatever you want. Just be creative and have fun. So I'm going to start out, and I don't really know what I'm going to do in terms of decoration, but I'm going to start out, I think I'm going to use, I'm going to use this guy right here. And I want this clear one, especially so that you can see what I'm going to do here. And I just want to take some berries and place them at the bottom of this little container. And I'm just doing raspberries and blueberries on the bottom here. And then I think I'm going to do a blackberry in the middle, but I want it to be a little bit more bite-sized, so I'm going to cut it up. You can certainly just stick with the smaller berries. You could even cut up the ones that I put in there, right, if you wanted to. Let's try that, actually. Cut up the blueberries. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll cut these up. That's what's so fun about this, you know, there's no real rule when it comes to decorating, and it's just having fun is what I would say would be the most important. So you could have this already pre-cut, or you could do it whole like we started to. It really doesn't matter. And I have some little pieces in the bowl. I think I'll just add those in here. So I have them all the way around here. Whoops, maybe I need another one, it looks like. Okay, that's fine. I will do another piece of... So here I have it just around the rim, and then what I might do is just take a few of these and plop them in the middle to cover the bottom. And you can continue to do a nice pretty pattern, or you could just fill the middle. Let me rinse my hands. Okay, so look at this, see? And you could see it on the side of the cup right there once I get those little pieces off. And so I'm gonna set this aside for a minute, and we're gonna go ahead and get our chia, and I'm gonna get a spoon, and I'm just going to be scooping out, look at how nice and thick this is. And I'm just gonna be doing a nice layer. Isn't that pretty? of this beautiful chia seed and banana pudding. There you go. And there's my first layer. So now I want to do another layer. And so I'm going to do the same kind of thing. I like the idea of having these cut up, so I might cut up some more. And I have all these other fruits that I can incorporate as well. But for this one, I think what I'm just going to keep doing is doing the pattern. I like the pattern of what I have here. And I'm going to have to get some more raspberries. Here's one. Let me cut that up. So if you're short on time and this seems like, oh my gosh, who's going to have time to do that? Well, then don't do it. Just go ahead and take the berries, rinse them off nicely, and throw in a layer. That'll work. So just know that you can make this as time-consuming or as not as you'd like it to be. And so you can see here, I want to put a little bit more berry right there. You can see that again, I did a ring. And then I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and cut up some more of these and just kind of fill in the middle. And then I just want to make a nice layer of the berries. There you go. Now you can see that. Doesn't that look pretty? It's getting prettier and prettier. So now I'm going to go ahead and do another layer of our chia banana pudding. Let's see, and I'm going to just put it right on top. Right on top. And I'm being careful. I don't want to smash it or like mix it because that will take the berries and kind of fold them over. And I want to keep them in layers. So you just want to make sure that you fill it. And for me, this is the last layer. And so now what I'm just going to do is have fun decorating the top. Different things that we could use are going to be these other fruits. And so I think what I'm going to do is cut up some things, and you could have them pre-cut and ready to go. I'm just going to kind of do it as I go along with you here. But I thought it would be fun while I'm cutting it up and creating my own if we brought in Todd and see what he does with his beautiful, spooktacular dessert. So Todd, come on in and join us. It would be so great.
Welcome.
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 Spooky, scary man.
Yes, thank you.
I've got some devilish ideas about you.
It's going to be one of these.
So we were just making this really fun, spooky chia pudding.
Okay.
And I thought it would be fun for you to try to share in your ideas of what you might do. And so these are our choices. This is the size that I used.
Okay.
And so anyways, if you'd like to do that, I think maybe the clear one would be nice so people can see through it, but you can choose whatever you want here.
Yeah, we'll do the little clear one. That's
okay.
Cool.
And so I think that you saw how I was layering it.
Yep.
And so these are already washed. You can cut on your own cutting board. We can share. And I think we shouldn't. I'm also going to need a knife, so let's get a second knife out. Which knife do you like? Why don't you grab the one that you prefer? And I'm going to set mine aside for a minute while I cut into some of these things.
Okay.
And so I'm going to go ahead and peel the orange. Or am I? Gosh, so many decisions. Maybe I'll just do some, I don't know, because I'm not sure how you would want to use this, if I should slice it or peel it. What do you think?
How about you slice half and peel the other half?
I was thinking about doing that. Ah! Okay. Now, I have taken off some of the tops of my, not the tops, the skin of my kiwi, but you don't have to. You can certainly use the kiwi any way you want. And I'm just gonna plop that on there. I hope that's what I end up wanting to do. I have a few ideas. until Todd finishes his. And this has been really fun. I'm gonna go ahead and show mine. Can you guess what it's supposed to be? I was thinking that it was gonna be a cat, but I think it's more of a mouse. And so whether you create a pumpkin or a spooky Frankenstein, a mouse, or, oh, that's cute, what is that?
I don't know. It's a thing.
It's a face. Let me put it this way so people can see. These are really cute.
They are. They turned out wonderful.
Yeah. So I hope this inspires you to know that you could still have fun any time of the year with family or by yourself, and it doesn't have to be harmful to the body. And so in addition to eating your spooky chia desserts, please don't forget to eat your greens and give plants a chance. And if you'd like to reach out for any additional help, you can find me at my website at thejennifferdiamond.com, and I'd love to chat with you. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be safe, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Bye-bye now.